Hello, today we are going to make some Spanish rice. And so we are going to start off with white rice. We're going to need garlic, onion, tomato sauce of your preference, whatever brand you like. I like to use the caldo de tomate con sabor de pollo. I like to add a little bit of that. And so also, because today I'm going to be making taquitos flautas for probably a late lunch or dinner, I started cooking my chicken. And so I'm going to use chicken broth in my rice instead of just water. But you can use both just because all these other ingredients, it's going to give it the good flavor. But I love to use chicken broth. So if you want to do chicken broth or water, it's your preference. But chicken broth, it gives it a better flavor. Okay. So I just turned on my stove. And so I am going to be honest. Okay. Growing up, we never used measurements. We just never did. It was just like, pour it in, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And so doing this, I've really tried to count how much I'm using so that I can share with you guys how much I'm using. And so I'm going to be measuring a lot of things. And so it's because I want to give you the right measurements so that your recipe comes out good. Okay, so I'm going to start off with putting oil covering the bottom of my pan very well so that the bottom is covered very well. Okay, we're going to brown our rice. My heat on the stove is on probably an 8. I have an electric stove, so I was raised on a gas stove, and I just love the fire just because you can see it. And then on these electric, you just have to 8, 9. Okay. Anyway, it needs to be high because we're gonna brown our rice. Okay. So I'm gonna start measuring this, and my goal. Let's see. So I'm gonna be feeding 5 today. So I don't know where my cup is. Oh, here it is. Oh, I don't want to use that because I've already used it. I'm going to use this half a cup and then we'll count. Okay. So this is already on high, so I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then that makes 2.5 cups. Okay, 2.5 cups of rice. That's good. 2.5 rice cups. And so I'm just stirring it because it is on a high heat. And so anyway, just this is not something you want to just turn on and just leave. You have to be, it's got to be a consistent stirring. So you don't want the bottom to brown and then the top, and you just want to continuously stir. Because once this gets hot, it's going to brown really quickly. And so I've already chopped up a 1/4 cup of onion. Okay, again, I'm I've never really measured anything. It's just like, oh, this is how much I need. But I'm trying to measure properly so I can tell you guys, because I'm not going to be like, yeah, just pour this much, pour that much, and it's not going to work out. Guys, I've gotten really lazy, and I get the jar of the garlic already chopped up because it's just so much easier just to scoop it up and put it in your pot. See, there I am talking. I'm over here telling y'all not to keep stirring. I'm starting to get into the plática. Plática means like just chit-chatting. And so some of my rice is already starting to brown. Okay. And so, anyway, so this is what we're going to also use. And I'm going to pull my half of my tablespoon. Okay. And so I'm going to show you here in a minute what this looks like and what color your rice should be. Let's see if I can get my I don't know. How are y'all doing on in your quarantine? Are y'all struggling? One of the things I think I've struggled with is just I work at a school, and I miss all my kids. I miss my team. We have a really good group of staff. It's more of a family feeling than the work environment. And so, but we've been able to reach our students and see our teachers on Zoom, and so that's been great. Through it all, I feel very blessed in this time. I mean, look here, I'm able to still make food. We have plenty of food, and God provides, right? So here is the color. You don't want to brown it too much, okay? But here's a really nice color. I'm going to see if you guys can take a look. You see that? I don't know if you can. There's kind of some talent here, scooping and recording. But do y'all see the color? You guys can see some brown in there. And that's how you want it to be. You don't want it to be too brown. Okay, don't overcook your rice either, because that's not good either. So but right now, that color, I'm going to put in my quarter cup of onion. I'm going to put half a tablespoon of garlic. And I'm just going to keep stirring. You don't have to cook it too much, okay, because it's going to cook as it's when you put the broth. Okay. And so here's the color of the brown. See, you can see the brown in there. Okay. So at this point now, I am going to put my 1 cup of sauce, and be careful because it will splash. Okay. And sometimes it makes a mess in your stove. So I just stir it in very well. And right here I have 4, oh heck no, I just made a mess. Move that out of the way. Here I already have 4 cups of broth. So I'm going to pour in my 4 cups of broth just so that I can see. Again, guys, okay, 4 cups is not going to be enough. And so I have my broth over here, so I'm going to add, let's see, 5, 6, let me see. You don't want to put too much broth and not too little. Yeah, 6 is good. 6 cups of broth is going to be good. And I still have a little bit of tomato sauce. So I'm going to pour some in there. Be careful you don't burn yourself. Right. Just so that I can get all my tomato sauce. Holy moly. Okay. And so that's what it was. And by the way, once you put in all your ingredients and this comes to a boil, do not stir it. And then I'm gonna get half a tablespoon of this caldo de tomate. I'm gonna put 1. It's gonna be a total of 1 tablespoon. Okay, 1 tablespoon of caldo de tomate. You don't have to. You don't have to. I just like the flavor it gives. And so I like to put it in there. Okay, stir it up. I'm gonna taste it just to see if I like the flavor. Oh my gosh, it's really good. Really, really good. That is perfect, okay? So now I cover it. I've brought it to a boil. And so once you bring it to a boil and it's boiling, you are gonna bring it down to, let's see, that's 5. So like a 2.5, just low, okay? Because now it's going to, don't uncover, don't stir, just leave it alone until it dries up. And then there is your Spanish rice, okay? Growing up, my mom would not let me stir the rice. And so I just continue. But I will say, let it cook until it dries up. Just keep watching it. I'm gonna say 30 minutes, 35 minutes. Again, keep an eye on it. You'll know when it's drying up. If you look at it in the top, it's dried, but yet you can still see some juice bubbling through. It's not good. Okay, you want to make sure and look at it and see that the juice isn't bubbling up. Again, don't leave it too long, because then it'll stick and burn. So I would say 35 minutes. But other than that, I'm gonna let it cook. I'm gonna time it, and then I'm gonna pause this, and then I'm gonna come back and then let you know how long it took, and then we'll see the final product of our Spanish rice, arroz. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what the rice looks like, and this is 15 minutes into of when I told you to bring down the heat and cover it up, and I'm going to show you what it looks like at 15 minutes. Okay, so as you see, it's starting to dry up, but we can still see the juice. Hope it's not fogging up. It is. Not a bright idea, but anyway, you can still see some of the juice, right, popping up through the holes, and so that is when we know that it still needs some time. And that's 15 minutes into when I simmered it down. And so I will say that it is going to be like at 25-30 minutes. And so just again, keep watching it until you don't see the juice bubbling up through the holes, through the rice. Once you don't see that, you want to turn it off. okay? But I'm gonna give it another 5 minutes, and then I think after that it'll be ready. But I will show you what it looks like, and then the final product. Okay, so it's been a total of 25 minutes, and I just checked my rice, and I don't hear any more of the water down there, so I've already turned it off. I still have kept it covered, and so I'm just going to keep it covered until we're ready to eat lunch. But I am going to take out a spoon of rice so that you can see what it looks like. And it looks really good. And so here it is. Here's 25 minutes. It did not stick. It didn't burn. It's a good, it cooked very well. And so here is the Spanish rice ready to eat. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was easy for you to follow through. I'm gonna taste it just to see how it tastes. Ooh, you could see the onion, a little bit of onion. Really good. Not mushy, not hard. It's just really, really good. Good taste. Okay. Thank you. I hope you enjoy.